Well, hello, my name is Vynn, and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade, Gangrel any percent. So, right up here, we're just going to be going through the first step, which is I have already hit new game so that the game doesn't crash further on in the run, so that we can just go to step 2, which is instantly loading our previous save, so that we can go forward with it. So, I would also like to, before going ahead with anything else, also introduce you to my co-commentator, Vicetra, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Vicetra. I am joining Vynn for some commentary on her any percent Gangrel run. I'm just going to be sort of just filling in where I can, and yeah, hope to have a good time.
And being overall emotional support, thank you very much. Yeah. So, essentially, for ease, the timer starts when I hit load game, and on the top right you see the frame rates, you know, we see all the mechanics, but just in like letters and numbers just on that top right section. And time is up when there is a final cutscene after I've gotten a key after fighting a fish lady, and when I hand it to that person, it is time, Sebastian in his ivory tower. I will say time though, just in case, so it'll be there. But basically, I'm going to hit load game, and instantly then, pretty much, I suppose for ease, as soon as I hit load game, that will be time. End time, then I will state, but just in case, it is after I get the little key back to Sebastian Lacroix. The ending scene is very obvious, but nevertheless I will say so. So I'm gonna go ahead and count down from 3. So 3, 2, 1, go. So first things first, we have skipped the intro cutscene because naturally we do not include that, but also because it is to get things sorted properly. It is a very consistent area to start from, and it is a very consistent time to stop at. So at the moment, I just have things at 60 FPS at the moment because it makes doors open quicker. Not only that, but it also means that I don't get stuck on doors while going through them. That can happen if you are on higher frame rates. So while going out through that door, I was instantly holding left so that I could skip that cutscene, sorta, but also they're just both happening, so it's like, is it really? But nevertheless, we see this individual, Mercurio, going in over there. We're going to ignore him. He can help himself. I'm going to go straight for the asylum because I want to go clubbing. That's what we're going to do first. And as soon as we get over there, so I'm just doing a wiggle because it makes you, like, move quite quicker than normal. So, into here. First part. There is a skip in here that is very important. And that is the first part. So, we have her in a very nice area, but we're going to wait for everyone to kind of, all the patrons to kind of go into their select areas, and then gonna do that. Perfect.
Beautiful, first try.
Yeah, so that can mess up sometimes, but we got her in the right area, so you just want her to be in front of that elevator, because it sets us up for the next step in the skip. And that is
You're gonna
going
want that
over...
lockpick.
You are right. Oh my goodness. So, because I skipped the intro cutscene, you're meant to get like a free lockpick there, so you just don't have to go to the pawn shop and actually buy one. I didn't do that. So, we're gonna go buy one. Hi, Trip. I would like to buy something, and it is this precise thing. Please don't do that door. You make me nervous. I don't want to get stuck indoors. Shouldn't happen at 60 FPS, but you never know. It's a very jank game. It's a wonderfully jank game, but nevertheless, jank is jank, and jank can be dangerous. However, now that we have our trusty lockpick, we're going to go back into the sewer, because that is where it needs to do its wonderful magic. And we're just going to step up. We are currently in first-person view. You can go between naturally first-person, third-person. Doesn't really matter up until you are fighting, in which case you are forced into third-person. We're going to go over here and do the lockpicking. So, how am I able to do all this? Well, because at the very start of the game, there is a wonderful little glitch. This is the unpatched Vampire the Masquerade version. It is the wonderful, unadulterated version. And which means if you select your clan and decide, hey, I'm going to put all my points into these favorite characteristics and traits, and you go back to the starting character, like which clan are you going to go for? Oh, I'm going to pick the same one again. But this time I'm gonna spend, oh, I have more points to spend, and then I just filled up the entire thing, as you can see. So that's what we're doing right now. We have just glitched our way from the get-go, and we are glitching our way further onwards into the game. And I would like to get into the dumbwaiter because we're going to go down here. So here we go. And so for the game in general, there shouldn't be any flashing sound, or there are actually some flashing lights in shooting sections, but those won't be too much. So for anyone who is sensitive to lights, you should be okay, but I'm not going to say you will be. So that is also just a thing. If you are photosensitive, maybe this is a run that's not best for you. So I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to stand here just because it is pretty much an area that is making me very safe from all this flying physics engine here. Because if any of the pots hit you, it does damage you. And so as a result, I like to stand up here. And I'm going to go over now. And let's see. Oh, lo and behold, it did not work. Oh well. Let's see. We do a little roundabout, and then sometimes that actually does help what we were trying to do. And I did that again. Please, thank you. So C is for crouch. Usually in a lot of games, it is not in this one. Control is crouch. So we're just going to go all the way up here, because our mission right now is to help. Well, we are pretending that we're helping. We are helping, but we're just not telling anybody yet. We're going here because there is a little pendant that we need to give to the sister of the individual that we had just jumped on whom's head, so that they would just go in front of a door. So as a result, they went over to the elevator, and then we're able to go all the way over here and say, let's hope and pray that we survive through this section. Wonderful. So we're going to go through here once more. Oh, very close. It can get very close to the point where you probably want to wait for the heal a little bit, because as you're trying to exit this area, there is going to be another wave of the ghostly individual who's throwing all this junk at you. They're going to keep doing that again, here, with the painting. So we had enough life to actually withstand that last jolt, and we can leave with the pendant in hand. So we're just going to go back to where we were, over here, so that we can leave. Usually you're meant to get a key and whatnot, and there's like there's more scary places, you know, and that you can visit in the ocean house, but we're not going to do it because we're trying to be quick, and being quick, we are speed. Tonight we are speed in this method that I'm using. You can do this, but as for the moment, I'm just sticking to using my waggle movements. So there we go. I'm gonna go back into I was going to say the ocean house, the asylum, because I'd like to go clubbing again. And so, we're gonna go around, and here we go. I'm gonna set myself up for the next part, and we're gonna turn off that frame cap. We're gonna set that free. So, we're gonna go ahead and do this. So, we're not gonna give her the pendant. That would be the worst thing that we can do. But we are instead going to do a brilliant idea, which is hitting the inventory button during this part, or the cutscene. Because what happens is, not that, apparently, this is why I make a quick save. Sometimes you wind up on... So hi. I am going to talk to Jeanette once more, so that she will actually not take the necklace, but we try to talk her out of it, it's fine. What I'm going to do is that instead, and I'm going to hold... forward and a little bit off to the right, just so that... Really? Why am I here? Really? Never before happened. Don't worry about it. Never happened. We're just going to do this for the very first time. Oh, lippity flop.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very easy to actually select the wrong, the wrong dialogue option, and then you just gotta do it all over again. That's fine. But what I'm trying to do here is go forward. And yeah, and we got pushed out, which is exactly what we need. Because if you can do this skip even if she doesn't push you out or what have you. But it's significantly more likely that you're going to get it if you do it like this, where you get shoved out of the elevator instead of just removing yourself willingly. And so I'm just going to go around this individual. And what I'm going to do for this part of the setup is crouch, jump onto this, stand up, don't do anything. We're going to wait for a specific line of dialogue to appear in the muffled voices on the top left. And when we do that, when we spot it, we're going to do a crouch jump into the ceiling and clip through the entirety of it. So we don't need to go up through the elevator. This saves a lot of time. So we're doing two things at the same time, which is the initial intro to these two sisters and delivering the item as well. So about that time, when you say, don't you call me that, that's about a good time to do this, where you just flip through the goddamn ceiling and it's wonderful. So we just need to wait for that dialogue up top left to finish and we'll be able to leave. Ooh. And that is what happens if you do not turn your frame rate back on. However, I'm going to turn it back off again so that we can actually do this. I'm going to hold left at the same time, and when the door opens, there's pause, do that. You want to take your lockpick, drop it, instantly get up. And if you're lucky like that, there will be no individual there in the way. You'll be able to just kind of scale the wall so that you're a little bit quicker. When you hook walls and start running, you're instantly quicker. So I'm going to do a quick save here and start fight. I'm going to beat people up tonight. Because they were going to do it.
As a way of life.
I mean, they were going to do it to us anyway. And what I'm going to do is go over to Pestilence and use it on that individual because I find that, never mind, most of the time it does work in that you're able to get out of the combat situation quicker. He does die, but I think it's a fair trade-off. Just because sometimes the police will be called. Anyway, even if you do it correctly, the police will still be called sometimes, and nevertheless, I'm not about that way. So we're going to position yourself in here. Press forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, and then allow that to open. If that would open, thank you. There we go. And then I'm just going to turn that brain cap back on. Yeah, go on. Don't be shy. Let's go up. So, this means that we've entirely skipped the whole quest, essentially, of Therese and Jeanette. So, weapons not allowed, that is fine. And this is a soft lock. Oh,
wow, the soft lock happened.
Yeah, we got soft locked. Anyway, we've done this now, so we can just wait a second. Just gonna give them their privacy. And are we gonna get it? There we go.
There we go.
She's better now. So they are having a bit of an... there's a miscommunication. Oh! I'm gonna try and save this.
Save it.
I'm gonna try and save it. Yeah.
Ah.
Well, this isn't... It might work, but I can't believe you did that. I don't believe you, Jeanette. Let's even it. No. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Because if it's way quicker to have them both saved, both their personalities, you know, just saved for this, so that we can get kicked out of the club. It's way quicker to just get kicked out than to say, like, just side with anyone. And you get more points that we will never use, because we don't have any need of them. So, you're just going to spam, like, 3 here, because that is the... and then 2. And then 3 again, because you want to go as neutral as possible, just so that it's, like, fine. And then I always go with Jeanette. Excuse me, what?
Prompt early, I think.
I'm sorry.
That's strange, though.
That is I've never actually had that happen before. Again, never happened. But actually, never happened. So,
there's loads of things like that with this run where, you know, I've seen some behaviour that is just utterly unexplainable by the game's own logic.
I mean, I've gotten stuck in floors before during the last part of the game. It's just a thing. It's genuinely amazing what the game can do. Every time you boot it up, something new happens that's just both what happened and also, wow, that's amazing. So, both of you have been working against the other, but if we put that in the past and move on, we can work together. You both need each other to move on. I made an oopsie there. Think of how powerful you could be. And Jeanette, This is it. Because I've
yeah.
done it before, where it's like, you know, don't do it, Therese, and lo and behold, I got locked out of saving them for some reason, and I don't know why, but that was on unofficial. And even then, I did it again, and it never happens ever again. Except once, and I still don't get it. Anyway, we got kicked out of the club. That's all that matters to me. We're jumping on too many people's heads all at once, maybe.
I heard.
It's hard. And also, here's Bertram Tung, a Nosferatu who works in the city as well. So what we're going to be doing is say, yes, can you get me in? Yes, let's go. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of, you know, working a little bit of magic here as well. Because I do need a little bit of blood, but I'm not going to bother about that just yet. We're just going to go here. I'm going to ignore this person and say bye-bye. Go through here. And what we're going to do is go over here, because instead of jumping, like, you can get through here on the official patch, which is basically not patched at all. And then just go in through here. I'm going to use pestilence because why not? They annoy me with their pea shooters. And we're going to do some crouch jumping over here. You will see that that has closed shut, but that's okay. We just need to set up the astrolight. Where is the astrolight? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Sometimes you can avoid the shots just by doing this. So I'm just going to do that. And go over here so that we can actually leave. So now that we've spoiled their party, someone did want to have a pizza party, but I'm not going to let them. No pizza for you, they don't deserve it. And then I'm just going to jump over this individual and go straight through. And because we're going this route, naturally, rather than taking the sneaky area, if you were Nosferatu, you could sneak just back out, like sneak in, sneak back out, same for Malkavian. As a Gangrel, you can just go this path. So it's like over here, and then run, jump, and cross over. So it's way quicker than going to the other room that is right where you're actually meant to go. You can just do that instead and save about, like, what, 4 or 5 seconds? Because it is not unofficial patch, we cannot use the other side there to jump up again, so we just have to go through the natural route. And so we are introduced to another Gangrel, a researcher, an archaeologist named Beckett, who is in the city for reasons that we will maybe find out. Probably not. But he is of our blood. We didn't see anything out of the ordinary, because we are not fresh fledglings or anything. We are very suave vampires that have been living for quite a long time. I'm not going to talk to Bertram. I'm sure he can figure it out on his own. And what I'm going to do instead is go back over to the taxi. Because why not? Why not? Hey, anywhere but here. Thanks. And then we just enter a little cutscene. You can chill out, you can have your tea or your coffee, whichever beverage that you choose. Because there's going to be a little bit of story playing out here, which is essentially whacked over the head. We wake up, and these wonderful individuals who are the Subbot clan, who are just really... they're really angry. I wonder why. Someone has evidently tipped these people off that their warehouse has been blown up by us. But we were, of course, only acting under certain other parties' wishes, but nevertheless, they're not too happy about it. Doesn't matter anyway. The Sabbat are usually... yeah, they are actually just the... they are a clan which have the... as Bertram Tung has put it, the Nosferatu that we had met previously, they have the lifespan of a vampire fruit fly. Because they are very content with making their presence known to humans and whatnot, and they don't care how... they strive to go towards the beast, which is the removal of any humanity. They openly hunt other humans, they kill, they slaughter, what have you. And thankfully there is a voice of reason who is Nines Rodriguez over here, who is with the Anarchs. And the Anarchs are just like, you know, we don't want a Camarilla group, which the Camarilla are encroaching on their territory. Two clans otherwise, that there's a lot of factions at war. Let's just put it that way. The Camarilla bad, Anarchs are they're fine, but they give off the wrong impression, even though they're not too bad at all. Just kind of tired of singing the same old tune over and over again. Let's put it that way. But he's fond of us. He helped us before when we were about to get our head cut off in the opening cutscene. That nobody saw for this run, but it doesn't matter. And he's saving us again. This is Nines, and thanks for the help. I remember you from the court. I'll do that. Yes, it is. No, I'm drawn to it. So that's why we're going to continue and visit him down as he, you know, because he invited us. Why not, you know? We're just going to continue on over here, and as we have done before, we are just going to go ahead and say, hey, these walls are looking mighty fine. I'm just going to glide across them a little while so that we can get some extra speed. And thankfully, you know, it depends on, well, where the NPCs decide on being on that time of day, but we can also just go ahead and do that. Attempting some bunny hopping to try and also get a little bit quicker, but, you know, nevertheless. Anyway. Hi. Go away. Thank you. Hi. Go on. Can I go now? Bye. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to listen to Nine's story or seek his help because we have decided already what side we're going to join. And we are going to join the Camarilla, because the Camarilla have an ending that is way quicker than doing other endings, so that is not the ending we're going to choose. We're going to choose that one instead, the Camarilla ending. And so we're going to be as loyal and wonderful to Sebastian Lacroix, however you wish to say it. We're going to be loyal to him, because we want that ending, and I want that ending indeed. So we're going to go through here. So, if you were playing through it casually, you'll already see this character here, but he is going to be... yeah. Sebastian Lacroix, and thanks, goodbye. So he'll remember us, even though we don't remember him, and nevertheless, we're just going to go up here. There we go. And here's Sebastian. Yes, that's correct, and none at all. And I'd say yes, sir, that's number 2, and then go on, yes. And what do I need to do? Oh, wonderful, that's great. Yes, I understand. And here's what he said. I'm ready to go. There we go. So we're going to be going back to the Santa Monica region, because right now we're in downtown. And downtown, I love downtown. Downtown's amazing. But we're not going to get too well acquainted with the area just yet. You know, I want to go home. A little bit. But you know what, I'm also feeling slightly adventurous. I don't want to wander too far away from home just yet, so I'm going to go over here for our mission in the Elizabeth Dane. And on the Elizabeth Dane, as I'm sure you will have read or heard from that wonderful dialogue exchange, there's something very unusual on that Elizabeth Dane. I want it. Just because he wants it. And so that's why we want it, and that's why we're doing this. And so we have skipped the all the quests essentially from Mercurio by doing that, but lo and behold, he survives. Ooh. That's scary. How did he survive? Well, he's also part ghoul. We never helped him, but the game pretends that we have. So, this gentleman up here does like to go a little unusual. Yeah, so this is what happens sometimes. He bugs out and keeps giving other dialogue that he's not meant to be giving because he's already done with it. But the game is confused. The game's very confused right now. Shh, I'm going over here. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going over here. Never mind, I'm stuck in the door. Okay, we're just gonna go through that again. And there we go.
Hey, Pally, over here.
He's very notorious for bugging out. And it's very wonderful. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy this. Okay, we just have to go through here, though. If you're a Nosferatu, you wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now, but since we're Gangrel, we can actually talk to people. We're not so unsightly, being a Nosferatu that we can't talk to regular human beings and get away with it. So we're able to get that manifest, like that, the manifest and a... It's just like a report. So we're also then going to go onto control, and we're going to enter lighthouse and then deck cams. It works. Sure, it works. I'll just capitalize some of them for fun. And then we just go through ahead, lurking through all those random computers and get the image there, and then we can just skip actually having to go to the sarcophagus and having to look at it firsthand. Now, I know that I was snuck beyond this man in the first place, but I don't care now. I'm just gonna go home. I don't want to join you. I'm fine. No. Psh, no, go away. So, he does like he likes to bug out. I don't know why. and this lady just kind of gets stuck there because we've sequence broke the entire thing right now. And so the NPCs just don't know what they're doing. The game doesn't know how to handle it, and we're not going to care. We don't have to handle it either. So it's fine. You don't have to talk to many people. And, you know, just enjoy your night and go along with what's been given to us. Which is information about the Elizabeth Dane that I will be taking back to Sebastian LaCroix. Which, you know, I'm sure he's not going to be happy, but it will be news that he will have, to some degree, some use of. I'm just going to go over here. Aye. Over here. Downtown, thank you. And then we're just going to go back in and hand in that information slip. And all the data that we've collected. One thing to note, though, is when you're trying to talk to Chunk, you cannot do it too quickly, so what I like to do is just waltz up to him like that. So that we don't, get soft-locked. Because if you interact with him too quick, typically when he's standing and he just immediately sits down, it can happen, or if he's still standing naturally, it will happen where you just cannot end the dialogue. It stops in the dead center of it. And, well, just by walking up the way I did, it just kind of prevents it. But though you're probably going to be fine if you approach him even a second quicker, you will probably be fine. But the safest bet is making a quick save, just in case. So everyone on board is gone, and yeah, who are they? Certainly. Oh, my bad. Wrong button, but yeah, I'll go right away. And I get an apartment! Despite it all, I've got a free home. I hope I don't have to pay rent. But nevertheless, this is still on 60 FPS, so a lot of the glitches, like, one for the Romero skip, that'll be upcoming, we can just do that, and yes. One thing that I do like, though, remember how we used inventory before? Yeah, we're able to do it here too. And skip this entirely. So, there we go. And yeah, see you later. Lines, a little bit weird today, but you know, we'll have off days. So what am I do?
The character models look so jank from like a fixed or like a moving camera like it was just there with the Nines cutscene. It just looks so goofy.
It does, but that's what's so love about this. It's so goofy in general. I love the realistic and cartoonish mix between them all. So he's having a whale of a time just doing that. I'm just going to do this as well. I'm going to join him for a little bit just because, you know, I don't want to disturb him, but I do need to get those doors. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. It worked successfully. And I am not going to do anything else here because I'm sure there's no other skips that can be done here, right? That are absolutely terrible to do and make, yeah.
About that. So there is a skip that can be done where Vynn's just pulling on that lever, where you saw where that other guy was that we just sort of ignored and ran past. You can aggro him and pull him towards a bookcase, and then you jump on his head. Then with the unlocked frame rate, you jump off of his head onto the bookcase, and if he stood in the right position, you can use a animalism discipline, which is sort of like a magic spell that you have called Bloodsucker's Communion. And the actual bat has collision, and it's a frame perfect trick where you land on top of the bat's head, and you input like 6 mouse wheel down inputs, and you jump up onto the second floor, and you save about 2 minutes. But it is so precise, and it's just, honestly, it's only really worth doing if you go for like a super competitive time. But it's not just, it is awful.
It is a really, because it's such a pinpoint precision thing, it's really bad. To the point where it can just make the run really unfun. And so by choice I am just exempting it from this run.
Oh yeah, I would
because
as well.
it would be too much, I think, to go through to an extent. Oh, he's phasing through the wall as he does usually. But believe me, it's for the best. And so, because we have like maxed out our vision, you know, like one of all our perception, we're able to notice this book on the bookshelf. So we're just able to skip what we were meant to do and everything. Like if you use the bat skip thingy, you would probably be able to get up there way quicker. But I don't trust myself with the time limit, so I'm just gonna say YOLO, and I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna go with the flow on that one, and you don't lose that much time either. But you know. For this, I'm gonna just say a little bit safer than, you know, safer to do this than be sorry. Infinitely. Forever and ever. Why did you not open? Thank you. There we go. So, once again, still on 60 FPS, you can do this like in whatever way you see fit, but I do think that the 60 FPS is the way to go, and I am stuck. Okay, that was great. I'm just gonna go the usual route, which is meant to be through here, but you can jump over where that lampshade is to get that little extra time in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's someone behind the doors here, so I'm gonna punch it while.
Oh no, this has happened.
This is okay. This is fine. Because now he's gone. So the enemies can just block the doors sometimes, but it's fine. You just gotta punch the doors a couple times, and then, you know, lo and behold, woohoo, you can go through. So, one thing that's also very, very important, you gotta go in here. Because there's a bunch of blood bags in behind here, and yeah, some of them are Elder Vitae, and Elder Vitae is the strongest blood pack that you can get in here, in the entire game. And blue blood, excuse me, sorry, I can't talk today. I've accidentally just lost all the ability to use my vocal cords. But yeah, the blue blood is second best, and he's stuck in the ceiling. That's fantastic. That's great. I god dang love this game. But
this game is perfect.
It's perfect with no bugs. It's only additions, features even, as some may say. Yeah, but you do kind of get a little, you get stunned if you get stabbed or whatnot, because usually you're meant to be getting a bunch of armor as you progress through the story. I am not, because I'm trying to be quick as possible. Trying to be as quick as possible, I say it while I do this. Okay, there we go. So we got in through the door, and then we're able to go up the stairs. And what is up the stairs? Well, lo and behold, there is an extra area. And depending on the clan, a little ring might spawn there for you if you want. But yeah, during the speedrun, you don't need to sell or buy or what have you. Anything but the lockpick, basically. Which is nice. And then we're just going to watch this invisible individual spin around before she materializes and says, you know, that was a nice little dance, I'm going to go to sleep now. And then she opens the door for us and closes the other one. So, this entire time, why have we been here? Because we were meant to hunt down a certain individual, Grout. And where are we? Grout's mansion. Lo and behold, this is his house. What are we going to do? Find Grout. Where's Grout? In here. And then all of a sudden, you know what? Maybe he's not here after all. So, doesn't matter anyway. We've done what we've come here for what we had to do. We have discovered the horrible secret. And on the tapes as well, you find out, like, you know, there's something else. Something is making Grout very, very anxious. There's someone else. Someone of power. We are on 60 FPS, so that door should not kill us. Kill or run, rather. However, I am gonna probably do... not that one, but I am probably gonna put on Fortitude just so that I don't get knocked around silly so much by these people. And thankfully you can run up the wall here, despite there being a staircase. On most staircases in the game, you cannot run, run with the wall. It's very... it's weird to me that you can do it on that one, but it's very handy all the same. So we're just going to continue anyway, and we're just actually... we are actually just about to escape Grout's mansion. And thankfully our ability is just worn off in time. The camera does like to shake a little bit there, but nevertheless, we have escaped. It smelled like barbecue, but it's fine, we've got away with our own life. We just have to bring the news.
Did we explain the source engine physics with frame rates already?
I don't believe so. If you would like to go on about that, that will be perfect.
Okay, so this... a lot of things are about to make a lot of sense. So Vynn's been mentioning doors being able to kill runs or outright kill you, the player. So the game engine itself does, in name only, it supports higher refresh rates, right? So Vynn's mostly playing on 60 FPS because doors will behave and just environmental factors and terrain, it runs a lot smoother. The game engine's expecting people to typically be running at 60 FPS. However, on the flip side, things like doors, just objects out in the open on the unlocked frame rate, they can sort of get a bit unhappy. So if you go through a door, or you open a door on unlocked frame rates, it's going to be slower for one, which makes less sense than anything, but you can also get stuck inside the door frame, and you will have no choice either to reload the save or no clip out, which is, you know, not ideal. It's killed runs for me as well. It's really frustrating when it happens too.
Yeah, that can really happen quite a bit if you're not careful. But yeah, basically, as well than like leaving the doors on... just leaving the game in general indoors, basically, I would say. You're gonna have to get out of the way, sir. But if you leave the frame rate on at about 60 indoors, you're pretty safe for the most part. And the doors you won't get trapped between the doors. 2358 is the key code that we need from here. We don't have to actually read it, and the gentleman down there is 2358. He's too preoccupied with what's down there to care about us right now, so we're just gonna go on ahead. He doesn't need to know. No one needs to know about what I'm going to do. But this gentleman here... So I'm gonna use a Night Raven Wisp so I can basically stun him, and he gets to drop his little card that I need so that this door will open. And inside, Sarcophagus was meant to be here, but it's not here anymore. Box was here, but it's gone now. And Beckett, what are you doing? Did you get to examine it? Antediluvians? I could give a damn, sorry. We've got to stop meeting like this though, sorry. A little suspicious.
He seems to be everywhere that we go to, no matter what it's pertaining to, whether it's main story or you just see him in the background of like Santa Monica. He's always around us. It's
almost like he's stalking us, but yeah. To be fair, he is actually genuinely just as interested in what we're trying to find out as, yeah, LaCroix. Oh. So hi. I got some money from you earlier. I don't understand what I'm going to use it on just yet, but... Because the thing is, I'm not going to use guns per se, but I've been thinking about it because it makes some things a little easier. But probably won't. It's just, am I gonna need the gun or not? That's what I'm thinking of. Am I gonna need it or not? I have to go right, don't I? Not so lucky.
Depends on where you load in. Yeah, straight on is, yeah, you're fine. Okay, so...
Romero's skip is coming up.
Exactly. So I will explain Romero's skip in a very sort of concise way, but this is a part of the run that... Oh, this guy's caught up with us.
That's
Never
fine.
mind.
It's short.
He can go away. So Romero's skip is something that we've... Well, it's not that we've discovered, just for the record. It was there when I started running this game as well. But the purpose of... What, you don't? Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, it's fine. This is fine.
Anyway, this is Romero. We're going to be aggroing him, like pulling him towards a certain part of the map, the mausoleum.
Yeah.
And we're going to use his character model as collision alongside another bit of terrain, so like a barrel to sort of like push us in one direction. And we're going to try and clip through a wall that was essentially skip the entirety of Hollywood Story, as well as...
I made a boo-boo.
Oh, yes you did.
Okay. So I'm just gonna load my save.
Yes.
I'm just gonna load my save. I think this is the correct one. So...
The barrel?
No, it's the one that I have a gun in. This is my backup save, just in case, because I knew something was gonna go wrong. I'm very sorry. I knew something was gonna go wrong. But anyway, this is the one that I have that in. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna run away. And I'm gonna keep running away, because I have a theory.
Oh yeah, we're doing some testing live in the run. I like it.
Well, I'm out of bullets, so the testing's over. Alright. So my theory is sometimes that Romero will follow you, but based on where the sound is. And when he does that, it's really, really wonderful. Because then he will just directly run to where he's meant to be, and oh, Romero, why do you do this? But basically, yeah, we just have to lure him down here. I forgot about the barrel, didn't I?
I'm hoping you've already got it down there, like placed
I'm
in
hoping
the
too.
mausoleum.
I'm hoping too, but I gotta check. Surely he'll be following me, just in, you know, to make sure. If, you know,
Surely.
if worst comes to worst anyway, I'll just be able to take it with me.
Yeah.
So we're just meant to take a barrel from here. I've already placed it down there. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I think, yeah. You've already
Saved.
placed it by the looks of it.
Saved. So you're meant to take a barrel because we're meant to be shoving ourselves out of reality, essentially. And this is my emergency save just in case. So he's gonna do that. He's gonna try to reload, but then he pulls out his knife. Right, okay, hit me. Okay, there we go. Go a bit quicker. Come on, you can do it. So we're gonna try and lure him down to this mausoleum here. Because we need him. But we don't need his bullets. We don't need any of his bullets. We don't need any of his shells. We don't even need his knife. We just need him. And that is what is most important. And because Romero cares about us so much, he's going to go with us, aren't you? Aren't you? You can be nice, come on. He will go with us though, whether he likes it or not in this case, because we actually do need him. And I will probably feed off of him a little bit, because Romero's fate is sealed. Basically.
Oh yeah.
It is sealed.
Super sealed.
So I'm gonna let him hit me, especially when he goes into that really slow build, but also when he's in the shotgun, he can just back up a little bit, but then he does that, and then I'm gonna just drink his blood because I need it. So, ultimately the whole effect is, you get a setup. You bring the barrel down so that you set it up in a particular section, which is... You know what, can you come with me? Thank you. So...
Nice.
Yeah,
Other way.
other way, indeed it is. This one always gets me, and I don't know why, it never used to. So, I'm hoping he doesn't mind coming with me. What I'm gonna do is quickly do this, right? So that he gets his knife back out. If you feed on him like twice, he will generally get the weapon back out. We need to get him in here.
Ooh, this pie's tense. Ooh.
Oh
no!
It's okay. We can maybe... Oh, sorry, Romero. I need you over here, though. Although, hey,
Ooh.
that's possible new tech. Jumping on his head.
I wonder if that would be really useful if that's a...
Alright. And I'm just gonna push him in here. You know, unless the gates do that. This is a whole troll. This whole thing is a troll. I actually need you to back up, thank you. Do you mind? Oh, I was trying to actually do a thing there. Can you come in? No? I think it's because that is, that needs to go the other way. Oh, it's not gonna. Well, this is new. Everything is new today. I have to say, everything is new. I have to feed. And see, oh, he's stuck in the bone. Oh, okay. Do you mind getting unstuck? Thanks. Come in here. Really? I'm over here. So this is the best part of the game, just with the skip. In skip wise. To be fair, this is like the last thing that you're really going to be doing that's really, really annoying. So, can you follow me, please? Jumping on his head is working though, by the way. There we go, okay. So, I'm gonna make a quick save here.
Nice.
And what we're gonna do is Spectral Wolf. And... Oh, he brought me back to the very front. That is unfortunate. So I'm gonna make a quick load, because what we need to do is usually when you're playing this game... Oh, you've done nothing, have you? That is unfortunate. Means you're just gonna put that on and hope. Because usually, in a casual run, you're just meant to say, hey, here is where we get out with Gary's quest. Isn't that really decent? I'm hoping that might actually be enough, but it may not. Oh, because we're meant to push ourselves out of bounds with this essentially anyway, so that you're able to get in through that door, even though it hasn't been opened yet, and there's been no way for us to actually get it open at all, or interact with anyone who would know about it. So, I need you to stop dancing, please. Thank you. And then just try and get in. That is really, really unfortunate. And this is like the one part where the run, like generally, it's probably about this area that it'll die a couple times before you get that one that you're really, really proud of. So, what I'm gonna do is do that to you there. If are you kidding me? No, I need you over here. I need you to stop dancing, Romero. Romero, you need to stop dancing. Maybe that might be enough.
Maybe?
No.
Ugh.
That is really weird. That is really weird. So, I'm just gonna load a previous save. Probably this one. As it's just in cases of emergency. But I do this. That is weird. That is really weird. So that is not the one either. But still. So it's weird. That is really weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. So that one. Because in general,
I think that one's out front of his house. Oh no, maybe
no,
it's this
no,
one.
no. It's fine. It's fine, but no, he's too far away. Okay, that's fine. So I think what I'm gonna do anyway is just when I load this in, I'm just gonna make a quick save so I don't have to keep doing this.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna quick save it, and I need you to come over, my friend. Can I? There we go. He might be a little too far again, but we'll try it. Yeah, he's too far. So, quick load. And then we'll be able to get through in just a moment. Lad. So maybe about there. We can't do it with... Wow. That is... Usually he's not... Well, he can be this bad, but generally speaking... You can actually get through it with the barrel either way. It doesn't matter. But why is it sending me to the front like that? And you can do it in both uncapped frame rate as well as 60 FPS because I've tested this already. We have to try and push ourselves out of this corner. That is essentially the whole gist of it, so that we don't have to do the whole, hey, we need to get the whole Tsimisi gang going. That is not good at all. Not good. So I need you to bear with me here, Romero, if you wouldn't mind. I'm gonna do that, yeah? I'm just gonna do this.
As Vynn has mentioned multiple times, that like the run, it lives and dies more or less at this skip. It's been both the making and breaking of many PBs, I must say, which is it's finicky for no reason. It's inconsistent for no reason. We are essentially abusing the game engine to skip, I'd say about like 30-40% of the overall game, but
yeah, it's just a matter of this one that actually does like kill the run, and that is like the unfortunate part sometimes, but other times it works fantastic. You have like no problems. You can get it first try. And to those people, give me your voodoo magic. I don't know, whatever it is that you're using, I really do need it for this particular one, voodoo. Because it is this guy. Like, whatever witchcraft, whatever it is, I would like a little touch of it, just because it would be nice. Really weird. So, because that is naturally the one... Let's see. I have named all of my things very... I've labeled all of my saves so far just with, you know, kind of things that I deem appropriate, like, Romero, please. Typically, that sort of thing. Because why not, eh? Why not? It seems like it's quite good.
A lot more sensible save names than I'd use, especially when it comes to describing the frustration of Romero skip.
I might actually have to go back here. Okay. And I'm gonna have to get you to do the thing with the knife rather. Oh, that is new. Okay, thanks, I guess. Thanks, I guess. Can you get out of the way? Wow. That's a bit rude. That's actually quite... That is really rude. I'm gonna go to this one because that one is actually inactive for him. And just do a quick save. And do that so that we can get him to do the knife trick. You need to do from over here. About here, maybe.
Ooh, this looks good.
Romero.
Oh.
Romero. Buddy. Pal. Friendo.
He's being a jerk for no reason.
He kinda is. I can't lie. Yeah, he's kinda being really quite a jerk. And the thing is, like, typically about Hollywood, after you get to Hollywood, you go to Chinatown. And Chinatown in and of itself is quite short. So, I usually don't make any save. What I'm gonna do is just do it here. Yeah, this guy is being such a jerk right now. I'm gonna try it again, but I'm gonna go more over here. There we go. That's what we needed. That's what we needed this whole time.
GG.
First time. First try.
Just for anyone wondering,
Yeah.
even as much time as we had to use to actually get that skip, it was still so much faster going through it that way than it is to actually play through Hollywood and the Warrens. Even with this, it saved, in like an actual speedrun, it still saved about 30-40 minutes.
Yeah.
In a casual playthrough, you've saved yourself about 3 to 4 hours, I'd say. So it's GG.
Alright. You better hold your end of the deal. Also, I'd like to just note one thing, just about like general tech in any way, just like movement. When you go into the load here, the load screen, you hold down W, let's say, while that's loading. You won't move forward in like this for the run anyway. So
Yeah, you've got to repress.
you gotta repress, and typically that can happen in general anyway when the loading screen does like a boot up again. Like it just comes back but at full. And when the loading bar just recompletes, I suppose, would be the best way maybe of putting it. You can just hit W again preemptively so that you continue going forward. Rather than just like waiting for it to be fully over so that you can just get a little bit extra time in there. And then we can leave. We are done. We are done with Hollywood.
Yep, done with Hollywood. It's time to go to Chinatown, boss.
Yeah, because gorgeous Gary Golden, he wants his boy back, and we said we'll do it if we, if we get help with the sarcophagus. Anywhere but here. Chinatown.
Anywhere but here, away from Romero.
Away from that. That's all I need. And we, we are sufficiently so. But we are running low on blood.
We are, but we can feed on some Quajin. We've got another sequence break coming up as well,
Pretty much,
where
yeah.
we're going to be jumping over this hut that you'll see in a second. You'll see Vynn jump onto this little bush here, then onto a tree, and then onto this hut. So typically,
Wow.
you're not really supposed to get beyond this hut for another... Again, in a casual playthrough, we're talking hours and hours. In a speedrun, I'm thinking you've still got to go through like the entirety of Chinatown and the werewolf mission. So I mean, you're still saving, even in the speedrun, like 40 minutes.
Pretty much, yeah. So you can just go over here and jump like that and just onto this little podium here. Just so long as that doesn't happen. Just so long as that doesn't happen. And then just crouch jump over and you're good to go. So I'm just gonna...
Nice.
I mean, if you can jump on people's heads, why not just extend it a little bit? Oh yeah, we can't feed in this section either because we're kind of stuck in a... it's meant to be Elysium. And we're also... in general, we're meant to be talking to Ming Xiao, who's meant to be the priestess and in the house there. But we are not talking to her. We are going through here instead. And I am living on life. I'm living a dangerous life here. I'm living a very dangerous life here, and I'm loving it. So, after killing this guy, the door behind him should open. It may take another second or two, but it'll be fine. Yeah, just like that. Excuse me? Yeah, there we go. And since I have it on 60 FPS, we can just do this fairly easily. If you have it on a higher frame rate, it's going to go slow down to a crawl. And we don't want that. So, I'd like to feed on you, please. Thank you. You know, nom. And then just...
A walking, talking blood bag.
Pretty much, yeah. That's how we have to view all the enemies here. Yes, I am out here, but you're not going to get me. So I'm going to just do a quick save, quick load here. Just so I can actually get those... Yeah, these open. Never mind, it didn't work.
You should have to grab and pushed in.
Oh yeah, I am. Just, it usually spawns, open. Like, it usually spawns with it being already extended and whatnot. But yeah, never mind. So, what I'm gonna do is go over here. Wait until that's pushed in. Drop this. And go over to the other side. And that's going to effectively work as... You know, if, this doesn't, you know... I'm just going to do this. So I'm going to stand on this again while that works its magic. And there we go. So we don't need the lockpick anymore. We can just go straight down here. And it's cool. So now we're on the, essentially the last section of the game.
That was a really good pestilence, by the way.
Yeah, I really like pestilence. However, I don't like that. So I'm going to, not do that. I would really like to find one in particular.
Ooh, clutch.
Yeah, I'm just... Screw this. I'm going home. I'm just gonna leave. And it should be through here.
That's that great philosopher Eric Cartman, right?
I have no idea anymore. I have no idea. My ability to think has been severely diminished right now. My apologies. Where's the other guy? He's here. Can I eat you? No? No? Really? That's a bad idea. Yeah.
No.
I tried to get off of them and it didn't work. Alright, so I'm gonna lure as many of these guys into a... like, you know, like one big group as possible. Because in general, it's pretty much better overall for Pestilence to work its magic. But I am also gonna have to go ahead and say, you know what? I'd like a little fortitude. There we go. And I may have bloodsuckers out, but there's two of us here that are bloodsuckers, and I'm gonna take what I need. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
It just has a cooldown, that's the only thing. I am gonna have to re-up that though, and I am gonna get Pestilence again. Pestilence, when you come up to where you actually need to grab the statues, it comes very much in handy. And I am going to have to take a katana. That is imperative to this run as well. Because if you don't have it, you don't have anything really sufficient enough to hit Ming Xiao with. I'm just going to make a quick save here. Really? That is unfortunate. I hit off of the little... yeah. The little torch. Oh well. So... for Gangrel, it's basically a fight fest. Can I... wait, really? Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of these guys. Once we have stopped being stunned. Because, you know, in general, I don't really... Dang it. I would like that, please, thank you. And I'm also gonna just pull out Bloodsucker, because why not? It'll help for the other side. And you're still alive, so I would like to eat, please. I would like to eat. Really? Okay, well, alright, well, you're dead, so I'll eat on you. I'll eat you instead. Hello? I come in peace, I promise. God dang it. They don't believe me. They were right not to believe me. Hold on.
They saw right through you.
Unfortunately, yeah, they did. They actually genuinely did. However... please, can you not? I'm just gonna go ahead with this. If I can. I'd like to do that, please, and thank you. Excuse me, gentlemen. Gentlemen, I would like to leave. Yeah, we're fine. This is... yeah, it's fine. Oh, my bad.
You know that?
Yep.
You know that meme that's like of the dog in the house, and it's like he's just sat in the kitchen, it's on fire, and it's like this is fine.
This is fine.
That's essentially what this part of the game is when you're playing the Gangrel route, because Gangrel as a clan don't have any sort of stealth disciplines, so this does turn into a bit of a fist fight.
It can't. Oh,
which is...
wow.
Eek.
Dang, man. How did you miss?
Yeah, that was impressive incompetence.
An impressive amount of incompetence as well, but nevertheless. Well, get that back on. And so we've done this side, so now we just need to back out. So we can go over here. I'm just going to ignore them. That's not the one. I need to go over here, I believe. So that, no, it's not that route actually. It's over here. This little area can get a little puzzling at times. I just want to, you know, get this. I am going to just go ahead and say, you know what, I'm just going to get my pestilence going. And, you know, for you, a Bloodsucker's Communion maybe? Oh, I need more blood for that. That's a shame. Excuse me. God dang it. Well, I'm just gonna make a little bit of a save here because, safety.
Yeah, it was getting a little scary there.
What? Really? Dang. I thought I hit Pestilence on him, but no, alas, it did not work. Oh, I have no blood right now. Hold on. I do need some blood. Thank you. Now, thankfully, however I have actually, whichever way I've actually positioned myself there, their arrows are being thoroughly blocked. Very nice. So, gonna do that. Get my crane. I'll just eat you, I guess. If you shoot that guy in the head, that would be really nice. I guess he didn't want to do that. He did not want to do that. So I'm just gonna punch that guy. I mean, to be fair, the whole thing with, really? The whole thing with Gangrel anyway is blunt force. Which is fine with me. If I'm just gonna be honest, yeah, blunt force is fine. So I'm just gonna quickly check. So we have all four. We have all four. Means that, hey. No, you don't. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. There we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and redo this, right? Fortitude. Because Fortitude is really good. Especially when you're getting hit with fire. Like actual fire. And you're a vampire. Yeah. So 8 lives is the cat. This is elephant. And then the really twisty one is for the crane. Because it's really nice and pretty and it looks delicate. This is how I memorize things, so... I'm just trying to get these people off of my back.
It always kind of irked me how all of these mobs respawn. Like,
are they all respawn?
Where are they coming from?
Just Ming Show, I guess. Really? Then we're just gonna get this one over and do that. Actually, what I'm gonna do... That's for the dragon, actually. My bad. How the heck did I do that? What? Yeah, excuse me. I did have a dragon. Excuse me tonight. I haven't slept for 48 hours. This is why I'm like this. So I just need to actually get some of their blood so that I can withstand the upcoming section, because Ming Xiao, she's not very nice. And she's probably not very pleased with what I'm doing to her temple right now. Which, you know, to be fair, if I was her, I wouldn't be pleased either. But nevertheless, she's a mean, nasty woman, and we're going to try and take care of her. And also, she keeps growing tentacles, and I don't like that. I need to get rid of that. Because she's evil.
Got her if she can't take a joke.
So, what we need to do this. What we need to do with this is that, so that we can do this. And there we go. Whew. Clap, clap.
Fist fight over. Just for a bigger fist fight to begin.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, you're not. So this is the actual part of the sequence break. This is meant to happen when you were coming back from... when you're going towards is it toward 9s? And then it's like, oh, you know, Ming Xiao have fooled LaCroix. I've been in a thing with LaCroix. We've been doing a lot of things, I and LaCroix. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get Burrowing Beetle. And do this a whole lot. Like a lot.
Yeah, so this is the final boss fight of VTMB. Well, for this category it is.
Yeah.
Because there are alternative routes, and even though you've seen the speedrun this here tonight, you know, we'd both be a huge advocate for people. That was a big
new.
flip.
Yeah, that was new. Anyway, there's my prize. It's a key. Woohoo. I'm done here. I'm going home. After
we are.
I'm almost done. So
time will be coming up momentarily.
Yeah, but for all this, yeah, we're gonna side with LaCroix. Yeah, LaCroix. LaCroix. Downtown. LaCroix.
Downtown.
Yeah, and so we're just gonna walk up to Chunk. Yeah, he won't expect it, but he'll like what I have to tell him. Don't worry. So get ready to hit the time button. Yeah, time.
So, Ming Zhao is dead, and soon all her.
Oh, Romero, why, oh, why?
Beautiful. Yeah, Romero definitely gave us some grief, to say the least, but in the end, it still saved way more time than it took us. So hey, mission success.
So I just want to say thank you very much, etc., for being here with me and just offering commentary when I also know you have your busy week. And I also would just like to thank just the Lady Arcaders. Excuse me, sorry, I'm running dry. I'm running on fumes right now. I want to thank you, Lady Arcaders, for having me and allowing me to do this run, even though it wasn't great just due to unfortunate circumstances. Nevertheless, thank you very much for having me. I hope everyone has been enjoying themselves, that they enjoyed the event. Support their cause, it's a great one. And yeah, I'll leave it with that. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, folks.
Thank you for having me.